Hello, and back with the old Underworld again, Plundergrowth, which always reminds me a bit of Thundercats and, you know. Anyway, let's see. Quick look at our opposition team. It's Orcs, and it looks like it's just Orcs, so it's probably going to be a pretty solid team. 12 players. Oh no, 11 players. Good record, I'm assuming, because this is a good setup. Oh, not as good as I was expecting. Oh, plus strength blitzer's nice. Blodge guard blitzer. Okay, claw would be nice here. We could go for a glart and a babe. You know what? I'm not going to think about it too hard. I think we're just going to do that. I'm sure there's lots of other options, but this feels sensible. Let's just get into this game. Will Glart do anything? Traditionally he doesn't, but you know, of course we could have done like a couple of things. We could have taken like a chainsaw or something, or I suppose a wizard isn't honestly a terrible idea. I've gone off him. Okay, this looks like sweltering heat probably. Friendly opponent. This stadium has been upgraded, I think. Yeah, sweltering heat. Which could cause chaos. We're on defense, which I'm kind of okay with in this situation. We will just do a conservative setup here. Very conservative. Just in case he's feeling feisty, let's put our blitzers on the outside. Okay, yeah, I think I'm happy with that. We should probably switch off gobbos for less experienced gobbos though, eh? So, how much? So this guy's his kind of nasty threat in terms of actually pounding us. He's got a tackle, which is pretty solid as well. I would have thought he'd have a better record with the team. It's a solid team. I have to say I don't agree with getting pass accurate. I would rather have block and I don't know, kick maybe, kick off return. Maybe, well, yeah, maybe kick if you're going to keep him in the first team. Probably want to put kick on alignment if you're not. You could also do, I don't know. You don't really ever want to pass with Orcs. At most, you would want to hand off to a blitzer. I mean, obviously in a desperation situation, I get it, but I don't know if you want to set up for a desperation situation. You know, it's like dump off, really. You might be better off giving him dump off, to be honest. Down goes the troll. Getting the stuns in right away. Get that armor broken. Now our goblins will get pummeled by black orcs. Yeah, I think this is probably not what we would call a favourable matchup. Because early to mid orcs, I personally feel are one of the better teams around. Oh, who's going to blitz? You can't... Oh, I guess he's just moving in. Maybe he's going to stand us up here. So far, he's really knocked all these goblins over, and this one might be going out. Very surprisingly not. I'm unsure as to why the... Oh, is he going to foul us? Is he going to foul the troll? That would be a bold move with as many subs... I mean, obviously a goblin's not as good as a troll. But it would be a bold move. This guy wouldn't help with that though, so I don't think that this guy is here for that. Oh, he is fouling with the block guy, not the... Okay. Alright, well thankfully for us it didn't work. You could argue that we'd be okay with the trade-off of sending off versus troll going off. I don't know. Maybe, honestly. Because he doesn't have anybody coming back in for that stuff, but we do. Alright, so we're going to attempt to use whatever his name is, Glart, right from the off here. We'll get you out of the way. There's not a lot else we're doing up front, so I guess we'll just kind of spread a little bit. Oh, we do want to hit this guy as well. Probably. But let's not commit to that until we've seen what happens here. We had to put the assist in because of the gobbo. I mean, not because of the gobbo, because he's strength 4. What am I talking about? Okay, Glart with his usual standard of impact. I think I'm going to bring him back to the middle, because we don't know where we're going to want him yet. You are on you, thrower, so you can kind of run up here. Dare I put my good thrower in there? I don't think so. I think we're going to pop this guy here, and we'll try and get some gobbos back. Okay, so that didn't really pan out. Okay, that's nice, because that somewhat protects the thrower. And we're going to drop this guy back behind so that we can maybe push him on forwards next time. If things allow. Let's see where he pushes here. Honestly, I think I'd be tempted just to go after the goblins with the tackle, but I suppose it's pretty easy to get. No, I'd probably go after the goblins with the mighty blow and 3 dice. I got it anyway. I mean, it had to happen, didn't it, really? Foam will live to fight another day. Is he going to push? Maybe, arguably, I should have had this guy one more this way. Let's have a quick look at Glart while we're here. I hadn't thought about it, but I guess Glart might be an actual, I'd always thought of him as a Skaven star player. But it might actually be that he is, by definition, an Underworld player, because obviously he comes from mutation. So he might actually be more made for this team, but obviously also Skaven. You know, in the same way that Griff is human, so technically he, fits for... okay, this is pretty wild. He's really getting our... I mean, if he gets him out, then I guess fair play. He's really going... I mean, he's kind of taking him out of the game, I suppose. I'm not used to this level of abject fouling, especially when you've got no subs. A stun and a sending off would have been pretty nice. Oh, look at this diagonal line. That's very diagonal. I mean, he can pop down here and be safe as houses. Okay, standing up gobbos is honestly a pretty good idea. kind of getting on us as well in a way that I dislike heavily. Technically could get a hit here. I just feel like this isn't gonna achieve anything, but I still feel like I have to go for it to kind of get some guys moving. And yeah, I kind of felt like he was not going to get anything out of that. Sometimes you just have a feeling. Whoa, that's not a sacrifice another goblin, I guess. Okay, that's a solid result. I think I'll put him on Glart so he can't move. Nice. And, you know, we'll kind of move his movement away from that area. There's not a lot else we can do here right now. Nice. So I'm putting this guy here before I move this guy because I don't want to let him kind of come around the back here easily and kind of sandwich us effectively. Okay, that's nice. Are you going to dodge? Are we going to elf this? Or are you going... No? Okay, you are. Just to put a little roadblock in his way and make him think, does he want to go after the goblin or the thrower? So yeah, so now if we didn't have this guy here, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could kind of be, if you wanted to GFI even, he could kind of get right in behind us. I don't want him getting kind of like in behind here so that these guys are completely trapped up. I guess he can still get it to here, but we'll see. Yeah, I think a wizard actually would have been pretty good against this player because they're not as experienced, so they might not have set up as well for it. Oh, I thought that was our goblin. I was all excited that he managed to get away with it. So one thing I will say here is if he's going to continue moving the ball, obviously this guy's very fast, but these other guys are kind of slow, so he could end up kind of getting a little separated. We'll see. His team's kind of split as it is, so there's not so many guys over here. Now obviously the guys that he does have are big, and he does have this guard as well, which is kind of unfortunate. So what is he giving us? Is he giving us anything? Not really. It's a pretty sensible drive all told. I'm not entirely sure where or how I want to try and attack this, because it's a little awkward. We're just kind of caught up on players and we just don't have the agility. What I'm wondering about doing is a little crazy. Does it have to be him? I mean, yeah, everybody else is sort of busy. Okay, nice. Stay. Nice. I don't think I'm going to be moving anybody up to the troll, so we should probably move him. Oh, I mean, or attempt to, I should say. Oh, he always fails that 50-50, doesn't he? Okay, that's nice. Pop him that way. He's still useful to him, but not as useful. This is very tricky to sort of work out here. I mean, he could come back and sort of surf this guy. Don't die on me. Thank you. Okay. That wasn't too bad. This guy was down anyway. He's just down off the sideline now, which I like. But now he can use these blitzers to get back engaged in the sort of backside of our team, which I heavily dislike. And our troll's done nothing. Well, you know what? I was going to say our troll's done nothing. Our troll kind of kept him occupied for a couple of turns at the start, which I guess is something. And he's still there, currently. Okay, so the blitz there. What does this mean? What does this mean? Does he sort of feel like this is too gunked up right now? Because, I mean, he's got Black Orcs there, it's not, and guard, it's not really. I guess he's going to hit this guy, right? No, he hit that guy. That's pretty sensible. Ah, the dodge not kicking in. So I guess he's a little trapped up now. Let's see how he moves in there. He can't really get this guy anywhere super useful. Is he just going to stay where he is? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. %100% wasn't expecting that. Sure, sure. Wow, this is interesting. Okay, I think I have to get Glart back in the vicinity. I mean, I could get this guy up, one dice this, try and get a push, free this guy up, right? But I think I get this guy up either way, because we got to get some people up. Because we're going to have to do some goblin dodging. The question is, do we do this? That's unusual. That usually goes straight into a... yeah, I think we'll follow that. That usually goes into another skull. Okay, so logic dictates that we try this first. Because it... oh boy. Because we needed the strength to knock him over. Okay. So that's 2 down so far. 3 on the bench. The sad thing is it means this guy isn't up, but that was always a possibility. I hadn't really thought about the fact this guy was on tackle as well. Maybe I would have just gone in for... Nah, I don't think I would have gone in for 1 die against Mighty Blow. This should count for me to not get really stupid because it's an orc and he's a troll. It's only fair. Oh, rats. Block on black orcs is like the best skill. And he's got it on 1, 2, 3 of his black orcs, which is really solid. That's why I thought this team was going to have a better record. Unfortunately here, I mean, I guess the nice thing is it's just really this guy that can sort of do anything. What is Bugbane? Bugbane is our... oh, well, we have to attempt to Apo it, right? Whew. Okay. Well, that's a good Apo. And I don't mean like a wise choice for an Apo, I just mean the Apo went really well. Don't want to be losing our 1 blitzer who's actually leveled up, if we can help it. That was one of those situations where orcs have built-in Mighty Blow. It's another one of my completely unfounded theories. Like War Dancers having built-in Mighty Blow. I assume he's going to try and pick this up and go in. Judging from last turn's decisions, it's always the guys with... In fairness, most of his team has block, that's why orcs are good. It's not really a big surprise. Hooray! So now I think he has to try and go in, because we've got some guys that can... He's going to pick this up and go in, I think. If he doesn't go in, that's some very brave stalling. I think he's got to. If he had, like... If these were reversed, this line and this line... then maybe. I mean, I guess he could come over here. But we are Skaven. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's think about this. Incredible. Not really incredible. So we could try and do 1 dices this way. Oof. Okay. Honestly, I'll take that. No! Stop with the both downs and the skulls. We're trying to make something happen here. This is a 3+ with no... We don't get to use dodge. Oh, he's gonna use tackle. So we were getting him here because that would make that a 2 dice, which would give us a much better chance at the 3 dice. Did I say 3 dice? I may have gone a bit farther. You know, as first halves go, I'd say this hasn't gone great. Oh, that was accidental dodge there. Excellent. Okay, I take it all back. Yeah, it was gonna happen eventually. Oh, I wish we had some kind of 2 dice somewhere. This is a 1 dice. Or block, even. Block would be useful. Do I do the 1 dice to get the 2 dice here? Yeah, that didn't. This moving here didn't help us. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Okay. I will stay because we're kind of in the way of these guys. Oof. Disastrous. Oh, would you believe it? That's what we were looking for. Ah, I just needed to get it on the floor. So he may well still score here, despite some dodgy... he could just hand off to this guy and go in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's probably all he should do. Oh dear. I mean, you can't chain push 3 guys off. I think he's thinking about chain pushing 3 guys off. But just hand it off and go in, I think. Honestly, don't see anything better. Oh boy. Well, that could have gone wrong. Okay, how does he just want to dodge this guy? Is that what's happening? I'm not quite sure. But he GFI'd there. It was unnecessary GFI. He could just hand off. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the game is just playing with us. Oh, it's not. We failed. Oh, I thought we were going to get one of those classic, completely unreasonable injuries. I knew it. I knew that was coming. I don't know, I can just sense them today. So I was doing that because then I get the 2 dice on the Black Orc. And I was really just trying to push him, to be honest. So what a crazy first half. Okay, good news. Oh no, it's very much good news, bad news. I think overall though this is positive. Because he's down to 2, 4, 6, 8. We are still on 11. But we've got a lot of little guys in. I suppose the good thing is we've only got one more little guy in than we were going to have. We didn't lose any Skaven, which, you know, is obviously our main situation here. What I'd like to do is push for the corner and keep the Black Orcs kind of... I might even just put a Goblin on each Black Orc and push for the corner. And hope that the Goblins hold out long enough. So how would we go about this? I guess we'd put this guy here. And we try and push up this way. Doesn't even necessarily have to be all that fast. We could leave a Goblin here as like a backup. Yeah. Let's see what Kickoff decides to do to us. Blitz. Nice. Yeah, I was really hoping that Sweltering Heat would come into play because obviously with no subs and us having subs, I was hopeful that it would hurt him more than it hurt us. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, he didn't even, okay. Well, that's... I mean, it's not ruined our plans because we're not trying to score in 2 turns, but it's, you know, a bit sad. The fact that he's kind of got our guys more, you know, we can't mark the Black Orcs as well as we were going to either. Stay. Oh dear. Okay, let's... I think we still go for roughly the same idea, but obviously a lot's going to be dependent on what he does here. Blitz was not what I'd have chosen, and not knocking this guy or this guy over has hurt us quite a bit in our plans. And here's the thing about Sweltering Heat. We need to leave it as late as possible because he automatically gets these 3 guys back. Oh wow, okay. That is, I feel like I don't see those very often anymore. Okay, indeed. That's a double whammy there. At least a double whammy. I mean, that said, he didn't really use the blitz as he should have done, but still, that's pretty harsh. Let's get this ball protected a little bit. Come on, Claw. I didn't know if he needed a claw there. Yeah, he did. Okay, that's pretty huge. Yeah, I mean, should he have moved some stuff before he did that? I mean, you could argue so, but I think he only had his throw that could move anyway, and you don't you know, much as it's always a risk, you don't expect the quad skull. There's only so much you can factor for that, right? So we're sacrificing goblins here, maybe quite literally, to keep them in place so that they can't adjust to our positioning. That is the overall plan with that. Because he's right now, he's wildly out of position. But honestly, I felt like the first half was his. I mean, there's definitely been a few bits of luck each way, I'd say. But I also think that he kind of made his own bad luck, in a way. He's not going to reroll that. Oh, he's just deciding whether to stay or... Yeah, fair enough. And I'll explain what I mean in a second once I've stopped thinking here. Probably could have set this up better in case we just get pushes, which we did. I guess we'll follow. And we might give the gobbo a block. And then I think I'm going to leave everybody else where they are because it's really restricting how many of his team he can get up to meet us. But yeah, he kind of made, to some degree, he didn't make his own bad luck, but he took some interesting decisions. Like, he had the ball down here, he thought about scoring, he could have scored, he could have gone 1-0 up with 3 turns left, which I know gives us the opportunity to score, but it does get you on the board. But not only did he choose not to do that, he actually came back and contacted us, which gave us, I mean, obviously, we had some rough luck with actually knocking him over, but it gave us an in, which I don't think we'd have done if he just... He could have come back but stayed one square away to make dodging out to get him extremely difficult. I think I'd have preferred that if he was going to use that method. But I think he honestly could have set up a better situation with that as well. He's in danger of getting somebody surfed if he does that. Now that's a computer pathing. He can just go up here. I'm not saying you want to do that, but... Okay, this could be good. I'm sure it will backfire, but it could be good. He's too far away for an actual blitz. I'd kind of like him to just stand this guy up so we can hit him with claw. I'm hoping he doesn't. I'm hoping he just takes hits here. That's probably the better thing to do would be to dodge. Okay, he didn't get any movement, which means he has to kind of move around him a little bit, which I dig. He has to kind of come up and over. Yeah, that's more sensible, I think. That's better pressure, though. Okay, I didn't see that coming, if I'm being honest. Yeah, let's just keep these guys occupied. Okay, so we've got to make some blocks without block here, which I dislike. Okay, first one went well. We'll follow it. Ah, that's a pity. A surf there would have just been so helpful. Let's see. I guess we can do... For now, we could do this and then this, though. Oh, hey Rick, how's it going? Are you done for the day? I guess we'll keep this guy here for now. And we will drop in here. Okay, no surprise there. We'll just move him away. This guy is kind of a threat. So we'll just make it as awkward as we can for him. And thanks for the follow, Shrappy. I'm hoping Shrappy is the best way to pronounce that. Server... Oh no, they haven't started eating the games again, have they? I had, what was it, like 2 or 3 seasons ago, I had, I think, 3 games with one team eaten up over the course of the season. Oh boy. You had one get eaten? Oh no. This is not good news. That's 2 over the last 2 days, that's a worry. I think my game from yesterday stood. I have to go back and check now. It must have done. I think I picked... No, I didn't pick up any skills, so I have to check it. You know what? I think you know straight away if it gets eaten, right? Got 3 or more skill ups in it. Oh no. Yeah, that's... It's just... It's the worst when... Oh wow, he's really knocking the gobbos over, but so far they've kind of held firm. Yeah. I'll swap goblins for black orcs. All day, every day. Yeah, it's so much worse when you win. I mean, yeah, I do mean when you win. Well, I think we're gonna do this, cause this could be the old double surf here. Oh, hang on, yeah, no, we're good. That'll get him, and then we'll hit that way with that guy. Now, how safe are we with... I was going to say we're safe enough, but... And then we stay. Oh, excellent. Oh, you know what? I've got this horrible feeling there that this game is going too well, and it will... that's a good appo. And it's going to get swallowed by the servers. We shall go... let's go here. Oh, the old 2 for 1. Excellent. Then we just try and knock this guy away. Hey, we knocked him over. Things are going surprisingly. And we haven't blitzed yet, technically. Yes, we have. I totally forgot we did. Okay. You can come up here, though. I'm doing it this way because if this fails, it's not quite so bad. That said, I now have made it a bit more tricky. I think we'll just leave it like that because then he's got to get a 2 dice. I'm not going to try and hit that. Am I going to try and do this? Yeah. Okay, that is nice. I think I'm gonna pull into... Oh, you... No. Dare we? No. We should only get so daring, even though... Crazy amount of orcs off. So we got 3 of his guys out on a sunburn, or whatever you want to call it. But... So, yeah, losing a game... Tired of Undead and Blood Bowl in general. I know that feeling. If you haven't had that feeling, you just haven't played it long enough, really, I feel like. Should we start calling it Sunburn? I feel like that's appropriate. Sweltering heat. Okay, okay. Yes, I will dodge. Are you gonna follow? Yes, you are. I mean, he could do some kind of... He's only got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys on the field. That's crazy. Take a break from Blood Bowl for a little bit. That's probably sensible. I have certainly done that myself a little bit at times. I took quite a long break for a while. What are your other games that you play? Let's see. Maybe there's a better way to do this. I think maybe this is a better way to do this. Sure, I'll follow. I guess just because, let's make it a... just because we don't want to have any problems. Oh no. Oh no, that's okay. What am I talking about? Oh, this is a really rough game for him, but he could have scored in the first half if he had not tried to stall out so hard. And then I think we swing this way. Planet Zoo, Crusader Kings. I've never played Crusader Kings. I'm a pretty... I've played a lot of... not that I'm saying it's the same, but I guess if we're talking sort of war-like strategy games. I'm pretty big on Total War, Warhammer specifically. And you know what? I need to make sure that I am in danger of not paying attention to the turns. Never heard of either. Yeah, I've definitely heard of Crusader Kings. It's and I've heard it's pretty fun. My brother actually plays a lot of sort of, I guess you'd call them grand strategy games, right? Maybe. I don't know what the technical term is. But he plays, he's been playing a lot of Europa Universalis or something like that. Which, oh dear, this is not his game. This is I feel bad for him. He's being a good sport by hanging on in there. I've been not messaging him just because I don't want to get distracted by chat, but I feel like he maybe deserves a consolation. Doesn't... Can we blitz with you? We could if we do a GFI. I think we're going to do that just in case. Don't you have to clear the pitch? I mean, it's possible still. If we get rid of this one, we might think about it. Nope, it's not happening. Just because I'm going to be extra precautious. Going to throw in some extra precautions. We're going to try and line that off and then just get this gobbo away if we can. And then we'll just run it in next time. Oh, City Sky. Okay, hang on. Crusader Kings is awesome. Comes out soon. It's made by the same people who made City Skylines. I have City Skylines and I do love that. Sort of like SimCity but good, isn't it? That's harsh. I loved SimCity back in the day. Cleared with your gobbos before? Nice. I mean, he really cleared a lot of this himself. And I'm not feeling like trying anything suspicious, so we'll just go in. Good work, Spurge. He's truly taken over from... oh dear, I've already forgotten our old thrower's name. I think looking at the sidelines, you'd probably think it should be the other way around. Yeah, yeah. I remember playing... Do you remember... I don't know how far back you go. Do you remember the really old SimCity where it was like top down? I remember trying to play that. It was good times. But yeah, SimCity 3, great game. Troll, I think you're probably just going to have to sit up there. Or do we put a goblin up there? We should probably put a goblin up there. He did foul us heavily in the first half, which I was also suspicious of as a tactic. Yeah. And you just like put down little like cube blocks with like a C or a R or a... That's really taking it back. Oh, you played it as well? Nice. Yeah, that really takes me back. Of course, back at the time, it kind of feels revolutionary. It's funny. I mean, I guess it was, really. Only one you played? Nice. The ones after it were good as well, I agree. SimCity 4, I did play some SimCity 4, but... I feel like I do remember it not being... I don't know. It's one of those classic situations where it feels worse than the game before, which have a little bit of a scared feeling with Blood Bowl 2 and Blood Bowl 3, but we'll see. It's funny how they can wreck games. I think that's being part of the issue with Total War right now. Is Total War 1 good, Total War 2 better? I'm talking the Warhammer one here, of course. Total War 3, I'm hearing it's a bit suspect. I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, I'm so scared for Blood Bowl 3. I mean, as scared as you can be about a video game. I still haven't seen anything that makes me feel good about it. The graphics look worse. The UI seems worse. The menus look worse. The only thing that it has going for it is, and when I say this, I don't know if I'll actually prefer the new rules or not yet, but the only thing that it has going for it is it has the new rules. So it'll at least be up to date with where the actual game is at. But I don't know if I mean, there's only so much choice you get really, but I don't like the idea of sacrificing an actual good game for that. Yeah, I can see that, Shrappy. It's I think it's better to play than it is to watch as well. I mean, I do watch a little bit of the multiplayer on it. Oh, I never said anything to it. I feel bad now. I meant to say, hey, that was terrible. I guess I still could, but I doubt he's there. He's probably gone. I just want him to know that I accept that despite everything else that happened, he did have some... Oh, hello. Troll level up. Now what am I going to do? There's so many skills he could take. We've been waiting for this day, but... Well, let's see what he rolls. Oh, he rolled a double. So I could literally take any skill. Oh, do we turn down block? Oh dear. I don't know that I can. It's just so, solid. Of course, we're playing this team because of the fun of taking mutations, but, I mean, block is block. So much more reliable, and he falls over less. Much as I'd like to give him claw or tentacles, or, I mean, guard is not a bad call, although probably you'd take guard a little bit later on this team. So many good skills. I suppose you could, could you make an argument? I mean, not a good argument. Does accurate work for throwing goblins? Because maybe you could make or the pass skill. Do they technically, Okay, you guys are saying block as well. That makes me feel better about doing it. Tentacles, like, I guess the quick analysis is, tentacles is obviously a good skill, but mostly it's good against, like, half the teams, right? Or your edgy teams and whatnot. Real good for them. But against Orcs and Chaos and whatnot, they're just going to knock you over. Claw is really good, but he probably only blocks 50% of the time anyway, so that's nice, but not necessarily. Guard is great, but usually you get outguarded anyway. If you're not running a team of guard, you know, I'd rather take that on like a double on a Skaven lineman or something, or maybe even a gobbo. So yeah, I think block's the way to go. Shrappy, you have a theory with Warpstone Troll, guard is way less appealing. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if it's on Orcs, not that you often take them on Orcs, but if you've got a Troll on Orcs, then I think guard is amazing, because then you just build a team that's like got 6 or 7 guards in, and good luck getting a block against them. But in this team, people are going to block around it. It's not actually going to come into play as often as you'd like it to, especially with Really Stupid. So I think I agree with you on that one. Certain teams, it's good. I mean, I think I'd even really like going on the opposite side and talking about like Skaven and Rat Ogres. I still probably wouldn't take guard, but I could see more of an argument for it. Even there, I prefer to use the frenzy. So yeah, we're going block before I change my mind. And there we go. So how are we doing? 5-1-1. Not too shabby. I think that does mean our results from yesterday stuck, which is good. Whew. Yeah, he's not likely to when you say he's not likely to level again soon, you mean ever, don't you? It's going to be a while. Although, honestly, with block, he's probably more likely to level than he is with tentacles. So actually, it's probably better to go block tentacles than tentacles block. And obviously, you'd need a double for the block, so yeah. Well, we're doing solid. We're having fun. And, I mean, it's a fun team even when it's going terribly. The first half of that game, you know, we were trying to play sensibly, but it was rough, even though our opponent was not super experienced, you could tell. It was just being a little rough because Orcs are just nasty. But thankfully, he blitzed into us and let us kind of get around him, and the second half was super easy, so... Yeah, I think Tentacles and Claw. And then good luck, like, your mid sort of teams, like... Not that you come up against humans that much, but like Dark Elves and whatnot, they're going to hate him. Which is great, because Dark Elves are hard to play against, so... Alrighty. Thanks for popping over, guys. I'm in a little bit of a hurry today, I think. So I am going to disappear. But yeah, thanks for dropping in. Rick, hopefully you have more fun with the other games. And maybe you'll get the... I don't know if you get this, but sometimes I feel like I'm going to take a break, but then a week later I'm like, yeah, but what if I tried that team? Maybe with that team, you know, I've kind of got an idea. Maybe I'll do kind of a fun run with them, even though... And then you just kind of find yourself playing again. So if you manage to stay out for a little bit, I'm impressed, because it's not easy. But yeah, hopefully I will catch you there or here. And yeah, off I go on a nice fun game there. And with a troll with block, it's incredible. So I will catch you guys later. Have a good rest of the day. And bye for now.